The Great Wall of China was not built as a symbol of beauty or national pride. It was built because an empire was terrified of what lay beyond its northern horizon. For centuries, the wall we admire today was a desperate answer to fear of invasion, fear of collapse, fear of losing control. Before it became a postcard or a bucket list destination, it was a scar carved into mountains by human hands, paid for with unimaginable suffering. This is not the story of stones and bricks. This is the story of power, paranoia, sacrifice, and survival. The construction of what we now call the Great Wall of China did not begin as one single project. Its origins go back to the 7th century BCE, during the Warring States period, when rival Chinese states built short defensive walls to protect their territories from northern nomadic tribes. These early walls were simple, fragile, and local. They were made of rammed earth, wood, and gravel, built quickly and destroyed just as quickly. Each kingdom built its own defenses, never imagining a wall that could stretch across an entire civilization. Everything changed in 221 BCE, when Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of a unified China, seized power. He unified laws, weights, measures, currency, roads, and then turned his attention north. What he saw was a broken, vulnerable frontier, filled with gaps. To him, those gaps were an invitation to disaster. His solution was radical: connect and expand the existing walls into one continuous defensive system. For the first time, fear became a national project. The purpose of the wall was clear: to stop the Xiongnu, fierce nomadic horse warriors from the northern steppes. These attackers did not fight like traditional armies. They moved fast, struck suddenly, burned villages, stole crops, and vanished into the vast grasslands. No city walls could stop them. The empire needed a line, a boundary between order and chaos. Construction under the Qin Dynasty was brutal. There were no machines, no cranes, no paved roads. Stone blocks were dragged up mountains by hand. Earth was compressed layer by layer using wooden frames. In deserts, reeds and sand were mixed to form walls strong enough to stand against wind and time. The workforce included peasants, soldiers, prisoners, and political enemies. Historians estimate that hundreds of thousands, possibly over 1 million people, were forced into labor. Many never returned. The wall was not built all at once. It evolved over more than 2,000 years, shaped by different dynasties, each with its own priorities and fears. The Han Dynasty, 206 BCE, 220 CE, expanded the wall westward to protect Silk Road trade routes. Defense was no longer just about survival, but about controlling commerce and influence. Later dynasties repaired, abandoned, or rebuilt sections depending on political stability and external threats. The most famous and best-preserved sections we see today were built much later, during the Ming Dynasty, 1368 to 1644 CE. By then, the enemy had changed. The Mongols, masters of cavalry warfare, posed a constant threat. The Ming rulers responded by rebuilding the wall using fired bricks, stone blocks, lime mortar, and advanced engineering. This version of the wall was taller, thicker, and stronger, designed to resist cannons and firearms, not just arrows and swords. The Great Wall was never just a wall. It was a military system. Watchtowers were placed at regular intervals. Soldiers lived inside them for months or years, isolated from families and cities. Smoke signals by day and fire signals by night allowed messages to travel hundreds of kilometers in hours, faster than any horse. One fire meant danger, 2 meant a larger force, 3 meant a full invasion. Despite its scale, the wall was never perfect. Invaders found weak points. Corruption opened gates. Frozen rivers allowed enemies to cross in winter. At times, entire dynasties fell not because the wall failed, but because internal unity did. In a historical irony, China was later ruled by dynasties descended from the very northern peoples the wall was meant to stop. The human cost of the Great Wall remains one of history's darkest questions. Ancient legends claim the wall was built over human bones. While this is not literally true everywhere, the belief reflects how people understood its cost. Death from exhaustion, starvation, cold, and accidents was common. The wall consumed lives quietly, without records, without names. Today, the Great Wall stretches over 21,000 kilometers, including natural barriers like mountains and rivers. It is often said to be visible from space, a powerful myth but false. From orbit, the wall blends into the landscape. It is not its visibility from space that makes it great, but its weight on history. Now, tourists walk where soldiers once stood watch. Cameras replace weapons. Laughter replaces fear. But beyond the restored sections, vast stretches of the wall crumble back into the earth, reclaimed by grass, wind, and time. The Great Wall did not stop every invasion. It did not guarantee eternal security. What it did was survive. It survived emperors, wars, dynasties, and centuries of change. It stands today as a reminder that the greatest structures humanity builds are often born not from confidence, but from fear. And when you stand on it, looking at the mountains stretching endlessly ahead, you are not just looking at stone. You are standing on the accumulated ambitions, sacrifices, and anxieties of millions of lives history never recorded. That is the true weight of the Great Wall of China.